Xbox all day. Geeked up playing Xbox all day. Geeked up playing Xbox all day.
Hello everybody, my name is LIFEofDOMOVOI, život domovoja. Hello everybody, my name is LIFEofDOMOVOI, život domovoja. Hello everybody, wait a minute. This ain't Windows, what the hell? Is this another shitty update from Microsoft? I was joking, by the way. No, what this actually is a PopOS or Gnu+Linux. The reason being because I wanted to try a bit of a challenge, basically. I just wanted to switch to Linux and see if I can last either 1 year or 6 months, depending on how I feel like. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. If you have any tips on Linux, you can give me. Sure, why not? Give me some tips, I guess. I mean, I had a bit of a rough start. I mean, I tried using EndeavourOS, but after a week I have distro hopped to PopOS because EndeavourOS had too many things I had to install and I didn't have the best performance in the games, so I switched to PopOS. Yes, it's not KDE Plasma, but whatever, so be it. Also, I have 2 more videos that I'm gonna add in this video after I'm done talking about Linux, which is gonna be compilation of me ranting about Windows 11, because it's a garbage operating system, and I hope it's gonna die. What's gonna be the next video after this? I don't know, I'm still choosing one of those 2 videos I wanna upload. So I don't know. So this video is gonna be edited in Kdenlive, of course, so on Linux. I have Kdenlive, I'm gonna edit it just like always. I don't know, we'll see about it. I mean, I hope you can't hear audio crackle. I mean, I had this issue with audio crackle even on EndeavourOS. I don't know what causes it, so I have to fix a couple more things. But I especially wanna get as many video games as possible get working. I mean, I'm still installing Grand Theft Auto. I mean, I tested Mafia 1, Spec Ops The Line, and Legia. Legia works a lot more better on PopOS, and so does Spec Ops The Line. I mean, it has way better performance than on EndeavourOS, which had terrible performance. It was dog shit, basically. But on PopOS it works a lot better. Except for Mafia 1, I still have to figure out how to add audio in the cutscenes, because it's Mafia 1, basically. It's a notorious piece of crap to get working on Linux. But I mean, it works. I mean, it's a smooth game, basically, but the audio is a problem. So yeah, I wanna play some GTA 5. I just wanna play some normal game, like a normal human being. And yeah, the more I get used to it, the more I will switch to Linux. And if everything goes to plan, I will fully switch to Linux, because I'm tired of Windows. Of course, after I'm done doing this challenge, I will make a video, is it a meme? So yeah, that video will decide if it's worth it or not. So yeah, enjoy the compilation of me going on an ear-blistering rant on Windows 11. Hope you enjoy it. I will see you sooner. Bye. Hello everybody, my name is LIFEofDOMOVOI, život domovoja. And this is a video where I'm gonna be talking about why Windows 11 sucks fucking dicks. Or maybe it's gonna be part of the video if I, for some reason, switch to Linux, because I'm so fucking tired of Windows 11. It's really such an annoying garbage operating system. And in fact, each month, each year, I have a stronger reason to switch to Linux, because I'm so fucking tired of Windows 11. It really is such an annoying operating system. So I'm gonna talk about reasons, you know, some of the big annoyances I have with Windows 11. So of course, we have to talk about the bloat. And when I say bloat, I wanna talk about stuff like applications that are useless. So for example, when you download a Windows 11, there's a lot of stuff like Microsoft Edge, which are just straight up useless apps. There were, in previous versions, for example, you had something like mixed reality, Windows mixed reality, which nobody cares if you don't have a VR, by the way. But you could uninstall most of this stuff, but there's other stuff like Dev Home. Like, what the hell is Dev Home? I don't know what this is. I originally never had this on Windows 11, but they just installed it for some reason. Or there's something like Windows Sync or synchronization or backup or whatever this garbage is. Like, what is that? I originally never had it. Why did I install this into my computer? I don't know. It's autistic. I don't get it, quite frankly. And thing is, you could uninstall some of the stuff, like I said. But for some reason, Microsoft reinstalls it for the last time. This was the same issue I had with Windows 10, but for the second time I uninstalled it, they would never install that bloat ever again, which is a good thing. I mean, some other people had it even worse in the international version or non-EU version. Oh, by the way, just another thing to clarify, I'm from Czech Republic, which is part of EU, and we have slightly better version of Windows, which is good, I guess, but it still kinda sucks dicks. Also, annoying thing about Windows is, especially, no, not Windows, Windows 11 to be specific, and that is language packs and keyboard layouts. Now, originally when I had Windows 10, I also had some form of rational keyboard layout, but for some reason Windows 11 has how do I say it, they love to install crap onto your computer. So not only you install keyboard layout, but you also for some reason have Russian language, which I never even installed for some reason. So for example, if you wanna use stuff like a terminal or whatever, and for some reason some of the things would be in English, Czech and Russian, which is straight up freaking retarded. I don't know what is Microsoft thinking, but it's terrible. It's so bad, man. And you know, speaking of another keyboard layout, yeah, American keyboard layout. You wanna know what's the most retarded thing ever? Microsoft loves American English keyboard, and they for some reason love installing this shit for no reason whatsoever. So for example, I had this issue in ever since Windows 7, and even if you wanna try delete it or something, you simply can't. You simply can't. The best thing you can do is basically restart your computer. Alternatively, you could try messing with regedit, but it's not really recommended because even Microsoft, even still, if you delete it or some shit, they can for some reason enable this crap again. Normally you have a prompt like ENG or CES, I think, or CZ, I don't know exactly, and you can basically pretty much switch to keyboard layout. I know there's a hotkey, I'm not sure if it's Alt Tab or something, but you could also switch to keyboard layout. Yeah, if you delete all of this text from regedit, yeah, you're screwed. You gotta restart the computer, which is just straight up insane how bad it is. And again, in the previous versions, you had no issues with like that. You didn't have the unnecessary bloat with other keyboard layouts, except for the English keyboard layout. On Linux, I'm not sure exactly if you have similar issue or not, but I don't think on Linux it's issue. Again, this is some garbage from Microsoft, because we all know what. Another thing is, instead of adding good useful features, for example powertoys, which, you know, this is the number one thing that I wish Microsoft would just implement into Windows, is powertoys run, for example. So if we open powertoys, there's a lot of experimental I'm not sure if I would call it experimental stuff. You have stuff like always on top, which you can quickly just pin on some of these windows when you're using it. Then you have so many other things, you know, some of these tools for your mouse. Of course, that's the power rename. Over here, you have the powertoy run. And I mean, this is the type of stuff that Microsoft could implement into Windows, but they unfortunately want to add some garbage like spyware. Especially spyware, which is another issue that I have. This spyware is becoming worse and worse and worse. And what doesn't help is the garbage called Reacall. If you're aware of Copilot / Reacall or whatever it's called. Now, for the past two weeks approximately, there was a drama with Reacall, which is literally a surveillance software inside your Windows. And basically what it does is it's supposed to take screenshots every 3 seconds, and it's supposed to record your device. It's supposed to monitor your device. So there are some exceptions, like in private Windows, it's not gonna show it a password or whatever. I mean, it's not gonna take screenshots or something, but you know, it doesn't freaking matter, because it can see your password every time you use your normal Windows, normal search engine or whatever, which is just really fucking creepy. If you ask me, it really makes me uncomfortable using Windows. I mean, currently I don't have the newest version. In fact, I'm using a older version, which is 22H2, and it still doesn't have the feature, and apparently it's still supposed to be only for the Copilot certificate. You know, for PCs that have Copilot certificate or whatever, the sticker. But you can also run it on normal computers, you know, just like the previous drama where Windows 11 was supposed to run on really high-end devices, but then people found out you could actually run it on lower-end devices. Like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. And in fact, Reacall is so unsafe that even hackers manage to hack into it. The security is terrible. It's terrible, and it's so bad. And it's not even the most complicated stuff. It's not even the most complicated hack ever. I mean, it's just a simple Python script or whatever, and you could extract the pictures, some of the keywords. I mean, it's insane. Also, Windows has another problem, which is, of course, the weird performance. For example, when I play some games, for example, hey, I wanna play some, I don't know, Fallout 4, for example. Well, I can play it just fine for a couple of minutes. Then all of a sudden I have some weird lag, where it's just, what, stuck in 20 FPS? And sometimes when I'm just moving, it just chugs, and then all of a sudden my character is moving by himself. I'm not even holding W, for example, and my character is moving forward. I have to press W again in order for him to stop. It's retarded. It's terrible. Really bad. And even the quality, you know, the stability of your operating system is just terrible. So, for those who don't know, I'm using Explorer Patcher, which is why you can see the panel on top. Yeah, the stability is terrible. So if you're gonna ignore the fact that Windows apparently blocked certain users the update to the next version of Windows, I mean, if you're gonna ignore that, the stability of the operating system is terrible because for some reason it would break. The updates would break the desktop, the icons would disappear, and the panel would just blink. And even if I open the File Explorer and I wanna right click on something, it would basically just restart the File Explorer. It would close the File Explorer and the desktop would refresh basically. It's retarded. I mean, it was insanely unstable. I mean, luckily I didn't have any issues now, but again, things can change. And also, fun fact, did you know that Windows 11 was the first version of Windows where I had blue screen ever since Windows 7 or Windows 8.1? In Windows 10, I never had this issue. Never. Sure, I had different issues. I mean, I had broken update once, but this was thanks to Intel. And when my original hard drive died, basically, I had some very bad performance with Windows 10. I mean, it was dying, basically. It was so slow, in fact, it was unusable. So I had to install Windows 11 or Linux. I chose Windows 11 because I wasn't ready for Linux yet. But yeah, Windows 11 is just so unstable. I mean, it's just weird, it's just broken. And speaking of broken, yeah, there's two more things that I want to talk about. So first of all, it's the audio. For some reason, Windows is just terrible with audio. I had some audio issues ever since Windows 8.1. So first of all, the audio would have 3-second delay. I don't know why. There was a simple fix where I had to go to regedit and I had to change some values in order to fix the audio. Otherwise, it's just annoying when you want to listen to music, watch YouTube videos, or even at one point, for example, when I have, for example, let's say Team Fortress 2, right? For some reason, the Valve intro would have 3-second delay and you wouldn't hear nothing. Then the audio would just work fine. It's really dumb. Here is one thing that is very annoying and unique to Windows 11, and that is when you wake your notebook from sleep mode. What would happen is basically, of course, I have plugged in a headset when I, do my normal stuff like watching YouTube videos, playing games, etc. But when I wake up from sleep mode, for some reason I hear nothing. Nothing. So what I have to do is basically unplug the headset and reconnect it again so I can hear audio. I don't know why Windows 11 does that. I never had this issue in Windows 10, Windows 8.1 or Windows 7. Never. And here's one thing that I'm not sure exactly if it's unique to Windows 11 or if it's also something similar in Windows 10. I think it's also similar in Windows 10. And that is, for some reason, the audio can be sometimes terrible. Just for no reason. I don't know what I don't know exactly what it triggers. I know possible culprits, but that's it. I mean, one culprit is when I go to some audio settings. For some reason, there's a chance that it can screw over my audio, and it just sounds horrible. I have to restart my PC. Hell, in fact, a couple of minutes ago, I had to restart my PC because for some reason, when I was testing my audio before I recorded this video, the audio, for some reason, it just basically crapped out. So I had to restart my PC in order to actually fix it. I don't know why. It's terrible. It's really terrible. And last but certainly not least is something with File Explorer. As you can see, there's already two problems I have with this. Now, I'm not sure exactly this white line. If it was caused by OpenShell, because originally when I switched to Windows 11, I wanted to use OpenShell because that's what I was using in Windows 10. But I had some issues with OpenShell, so I said, nah, I ain't gonna bother. So ever since then I had this white line, and sometimes it would show some text like vlastnosti and some other stuff like otevřít, which is open. And again, I have no idea if it was caused by me or if it was caused by Windows 11. I actually have no idea, so I don't know. This may or may not be fault of Windows 11, but what certainly is fault of Windows 11 is this. For those who don't know, so basically if you don't see anything wrong, don't worry, I'm gonna explain to you. So I have a couple of these icons attached over here, or pinned, should I say. So this is a desktop, the trash bin or whatever, downloads, documents, music, pictures, videos. But then I pinned these two files. There's common, which is a Steam file where I have all the games. There's this folder which is další soubory or next files or whatever, the other files or whatever. I gotta change it, by the way. Over here we have the God mode file. But then there's these oddballs right here, which is this one. So for some reason, Microsoft loves, without my permission, to attach these files. Over here we have documents, which is from my external hard drive. There's Garry's Mod file, which is, I believe, from the music, from the video tab, video folder, and there's meme GIFs. I did not pin these three files. Microsoft actually did it. So I have to always unpin these stupid ass files, even though Microsoft has pinned them without my permission. It drives me insane. Why does Microsoft have the need to do this? I have no clue. So to sum it all up, I absolutely hate Microsoft, and I absolutely hate Windows 11, and I don't think I'm gonna use Windows anymore. I mean, if they add Windows Recall or Copilot Recall or whatever you call it, I'm just gonna switch to Linux possibly. I'm really thinking about switching to Linux because I'm sick and tired of this crap. So what did we learn? That Windows 11 and Microsoft sucks. We shouldn't trust them. Fuck Microsoft and fuck Windows 11. See you, my epic gamers, later. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Wow, it's been what, couple of days since I recorded that video, and I already have a broken fucking update. You know, the panel is supposed to be on top. Now it's all in the bottom, and it's of course the Windows 11 bullshit. Because, oh no, I guess it's too difficult for Microsoft to make a goddamn stupid taskbar on top. They're just so goddamn lazy. And let me show you this, okay? Let me just mess around with it. And it's on top again, right? Wrong, because the moment I open this shit happens. It's gonna do this a couple of times. As you can see, if the camera is gonna focus, unfortunately File Explorer is crashing. And of course, yeah, it's again in the bottom. This is why Windows sucks. This is why Windows is dead. And seriously, everyone should just stop using this garbage. Everyone should just use Linux. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Take a look at this. This was the new updates that I had. Aktualizace pro zvýšení kvality. Life of quality improvements. Yeah, that's a lie. They broke it again and again and again. Microsoft and Windows is dead. Seriously, Linux needs to just start becoming mainstream. This is too much. Just saying.